That's I think it's Scarface had it. Over here on the table. I'm cup it again. Watching you. So listen to this, right? Verse 6, right? If thy brother. Hold on now. Then he say, hold on. I want y'all to follow me now. In 1 Corinthians 5, then he say, if any man be called a brother, right? He say, if thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thy own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou, nor thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, or from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth, thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thy eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him, but thou shalt surely kill him, and thy hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. And thou shalt stone him with stones that he die, because he has sought to thrust thee away from Yahuwah the Elohim, which brought thee out of the land of Mizraim, and from the house of bondage. And all Yasharal shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. So, oh my.
Walk on.
Oh my. Hold on. So you know what he's basically telling you here? What he's telling you, we don't need to run to 17. What he's telling you is like this here, right? If you are privy or aware of a transgression that a person is committing, you are the first person that is supposed to rebuke him. You ain't supposed to go tell somebody else what a nigga doing. You supposed to tell him right in and there on the spot. Nigga, you wrong. Because what did we deal with last week? What he tell you not to have any water in your heart for your neighbor? Hey, he saying anywise what you ought to do. Rebuke thy neighbor that you don't suffer what? So when he tell you anybody hate his brother in his heart as a murderer, if you know your brother's committing sin, you hate him in your heart because you ain't rebuking. You let sin come upon him. You don't love that man. Ain't no way in the world. And he say ain't no murderer got eternal life in it. And this is why Paul is saying that if these men are committing such acts, separate yourself. So they may learn to be ashamed is the purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's really the purpose. You separating yourself from the ungodliness so this person might be ashamed of their behavior. Come and tell you something. Most people ain't ashamed of their behavior. They ain't got no, you know how a nigga ain't got no shame when a nigga get caught doing wrong? He make an excuse or he look at you like, oh well, or he get mad. You ain't ashamed. Somebody who ashamed, you ain't even got to come to him. They've been untold. You can tell when people are sincere and when people are not. Back to Proverbs chapter 24. I think we pretty much sold out my old down I mean Proverbs 24. I know I just said 24. Hold on, what we need? We need to read finish that 2 Timothy chapter 2. We finna wrap this up, man. I ain't went this long in a long time. It's been a while. We ain't did 2.5 hours on this. You cold? Gucci man Bert? I don't know what that means. I don't know how to take that. I don't know if it's good or bad.
No, nobody really know. Yeah.
So Gucci man just around here with Tourette's. You say you all right, Bert? Somebody get him a pill.
Exactly what we do.
We in verse 21, right? Well, we in verse 22. He say, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness. So your service to Elohim is righteousness, which is the faith of Elohim. Faith, because you ought to believe. Love, because before you can love anybody, who you got to love first? You got to love y'all first. You do need to love yourself on a natural level before you can love anybody. Don't get it wrong. He ain't wrong now. On a natural level, because truth be told, it's a lot of people that's in relationships with people and they not working because they don't love themselves. Because you can't love nobody before you love yourself. And a lot of people think if somebody loves them, then that will feel the whole love that they don't have for themselves. It never works. It never works. Yeah, I mean, you got to love Elohim before you can love yourself, before you can love anybody else. And people don't love Elohim. So therefore they can't love themselves. We know they can't love themselves because they committing sin. So then there's no way you can love anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. How? He says, and shalom with them that call out on Yahuwah with a pure heart. See, it's a lot of people calling on Yah, but their heart ain't pure. And to purify your heart, you got to purge out the sin. And we not purging that stuff up out of. That's what Pentecost was all about. These men had them purge themselves. The apostles had them prepare themselves. They walked with that man for 3 years. He said they believed the word that I have given them. They believe that I've come out from amongst you. Do we really believe that? Proverbs chapter 24. Now we look at this here, right? Just for y'all to, because y'all can remember. When you look at that, prepare. It said, prepare, verse 27, Proverbs 24. It says, prepare thy work without and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build your house. But that word prepare is to be established. That's what it means in Hebrew, to establish yourself for your service. So before you can serve Elohim, you got to sit down and count the cost if you even willing to do it. Once you do it, then you're preparing yourself for what comes through the word. And then once you prepared yourself through the word, then you can begin to build up a house. To keep it in the short form, when you see in Pentecost, he say, Peter, this is the rock that I'm going to build my house. And Pentecost in Acts chapter 2, did he not build the house? Did not Yahushua prepare himself for the word and then build the house? He didn't build the house while he was living. Before he died, he lived, he died, he rose, and then he built the house. So you got to hear the word, die to your flesh, and then you can build the house when you come up out the water in the form of his resurrection and the likeness of righteousness of Elohim, being quickened from death. But you got to prepare yourself. You got to ask yourself in your mind, am I willing to do what's necessary to save my soul? What are you willing to lose? Paul said, I count all things as dung, that I might win Mashiach. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to lose? How far are you willing to go to save your soul? Who are you willing to lose? What are you willing to lose? Because if you ain't willing to lose everything, you're not going to make it. If you're not willing to cut off any and every one at any given moment for your soul, you're not going to be saved. That means your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your wife, your sons, your daughters, it don't make no difference. If they got to go for your soul, they got to go. And people don't be willing to do that. That's a hard pill. We've been friends for 30 years. I can't go to hell with you though, bro. That's my mama. I can't go to hell with your mama. Just being honest. It's hard, it's tight, but it's right. It's what it is. You know what I mean? It's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. And you see that in the law, right? It said it didn't matter if it was your son, your wife. It don't matter who. Y'all don't care about none of that. He your Elohim. Put no one before him.
What it say?
And we be putting people before the man and think he gonna spare you for it. Ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And what did we read? And on another note, what did we read in Ezekiel 14 verse 9 the other day? On Wednesday. What he said he was gonna happen? Well, what he said in Ezekiel 13, right? He said them false prophets not standing in the gap, closing up the breach, not finding out the means of your banishment, that you might get your iniquity up off of you. He said their name's not going to be written in heaven. Then he said if anybody seek unto him, I'm going to murk you just like I'm going to murk him. Because he said I ain't put a word in their heart, I ain't son them. You know what I'm talking about? Like I tell you, that nigga talking about if I baptize your wife, she coming with me. Boy, y'all ain't son you talking like that. And nigga follow you going to hell. Cause I know you wicked. Nigga tell you call your wife out her name. What did we read yesterday? What did he say? He said Yahuwah ordained that all those that preach the gospel ought to do what? You just seen it yesterday. 1 Corinthians 9 and 14. He said Yah's ordained that everybody preach the gospel do what? Live it. Live it. You know what happens if you live it? You condemn everybody who don't. You know what I'm saying? Not that you condemning them, but his word is doing it. Don't you realize when you walk in the word, you are walking judgment to all people who are against it? Everywhere you go, that when you manifest the righteousness of Yahuwah, that is a witness against everyone you come in contact with who is not walking in it, why do you think they hated Hamashiach? Every time they seen him, man, I can't stand it. Because he living how they wish they could live, and they could live like that if they just humbled themselves. But they won't do it. We won't do it as a people. We refuse to humble ourselves to follow the man. We make excuses for sinning. What excuse you got for committing sin? I'd like to hear one. There is no excuse. You know how there's no excuse? Hamashiach said, if I wouldn't have came and did the work that no other man did, they would have not had sin. Now that I've come, they have no cloak for your sin. The master told you, you ain't got no excuse now. You ain't got no excuse. So a nigga standing before you talking about, yeah, I see, you know, he ain't got no excuse. I know Hamashiach ain't son you. He said ain't no excuse. You ain't got no excuse doing that. You ain't got no reason for doing that other than that's what you wanted to do. He said a man is enticed and drawn away by his own lust. So when you do something, that's what you wanted to do. Everybody out here know when they was in the world, when you lit that blunt up, you lit that blunt up because that's what you wanted to do. You slept with that woman because that's what you wanted to do. You told that lie because that's what you wanted to do. You stole that candy because that's what you wanted to steal. You disobeyed your parents because that's what you wanted to do. Because if you didn't want to do it, you didn't do it. When you ain't want to smoke no more weed, nigga offered you a blunt, you told him, no, I'm straight, bro. I don't want no more. I can't get no high. I don't want no more weed. Ain't that what you did? I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I rarely did. I said, go ahead and send on. Go ahead and send. I can get high. I think I can get not high. I had a problem. I ain't saying to say it. You know what I'm saying? I had a problem. You know what I'm talking about? So don't tell me there's an excuse for doing nothing. You know how I know there ain't no excuse? I don't see none of you niggas out here breaking Mr. Charlie laws. Because none of you niggas want to go to the booty house. I don't see none of you niggas doing nothing to go to the booty house. But you ain't got no problem going to the Lake of Fire though. I don't see nobody running to go to the booty house. I don't see nobody running to go to the Johnny E. Good detention facility. I don't see nobody running to go to 500 East Adams Street. You ain't selling no rocks, you ain't busting no guns, you ain't robbing nobody, you ain't doing nothing to go to jail. You ain't got no problem doing stuff to go to hell though. How that work? So you scared to put on a green inmate jumpsuit, but you ain't scared to put on a fire suit. You know what I'm saying? What type of sense that make? That don't make no sense, do it. When you sit there and think about it, that don't make no sense.
They don't think they're going to.
No, they know they're going. They fear man more than they fear y'all. They sitting there, hand that big burly nigga might rape me. That what you worry about?
Niggas don't believe in the lake of fire.
They gonna believe when they in it.
It's an imaginary book, the Bible said.
They gonna believe it in a minute. Shoot, it's niggas who claim to believe in the lake of fire clearly don't believe in it.
I mean, yeah, I'm just talking about.
I ain't talking about no non-believers. Screw them. I know they don't believe. I'm talking about niggas say who they believe. Shoot, they don't believe in it. Not based off what they be doing. How you believe in the lake of fire? That's not your wife, cuz. You know that wrong. Talking about, I'm a Yahudim. I believe. No, you don't. Can't be. What I told you. I can't go out here and sleep with no woman. Clearly, I don't believe. I can't go out here and be like, shoot, boy, I'm finna holler at my homeboy, get some coke, hit that kitchen. Well, I'm back out here. Boy, I need some money. Clearly, you didn't believe. Couldn't have. Because if you believe, you would restrain yourself. The love of Mashiach constrain us. So if you love him, you're going to not seek your own will. You're not supposed to be living for yourself no more. However old you are before you got hit with the word, that's how much time you had to live for yourself. I had 28 years to live for myself. That ended May 2009. Can't live for myself no more. Doesn't matter what I want to do. What I want to do doesn't matter. I will lose whatever I want to do to gain him. When you get that mind and manifest it outwardly, because that's what's in you inwardly, your soul will be saved. If you don't have that mind, you will not be saved. You can guarantee your life on that. If you don't have a mind that I'm willing to lose whatever to gain Hamashiach, like Paul said in Philippians 3, which is the mind they supposed to have when they came out the wilderness, that they lost everything in Mizraim to gain Yahuwah, while they worry about what's behind them instead of what's in front of them, soul not going to be saved. Why you worry about your friends before the word? What you care about them for? When it comes to your soul, what do they matter? They're going to take you to hell. They were taking you to hell before you knew the word. Everything that you knew before the word was for your destruction. Now he giving you something for your salvation, and you still trying to hold on to your destruction like your ancestors did with Mizraim, and it cost them their life. They died in the wilderness because of it. Because they were worried about what was behind instead of what was in front. Because Yahuwah was in front. He was leading the way. In a pillar of cloud by night and fire by day. And you worry about some old homo niggas behind you. Some old idolatrous niggas behind you. Some old hippopotamus eating niggas. These niggas eating hippo butt and rhinoceros tail. That's why people in a bad spot, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just saying that stuff just to say it. That's just the reality, bro. That junk is real. It's your life. It's your soul. If you was to die right now, where's your soul going to be when he wake you up? And if it's not going to be where you want it to be at, then what are you going to do to change that? Are you just going to keep on going the way you've been going and be like, well, shoot, man, I'm going to just roll the dice? You going to roll the dice with your soul? Y'all better than me. I can't roll the dice with mine. I know I got spared. I know I got spared from a situation. Got the last laugh because it would have killed me, literally. Because that man saved her. It's in, I think it's in Peter when he say those that live clean escape from them that live in error. Ask yourself why you're not escaping from sinners. Because you're not living clean. Because if you living clean, that man is separated. He'll cause a break. He definitely got Jacob from around Esau, did he not? Did he not separate Lot from Sodom and Gomorrah? Do we need more examples? He separated David from Saul. Shoot, he separated David from Absalom and Ammon. They were evil. Shoot. All his sons were evil. David was a man after Elohim's own heart. All his sons were wicked. Save Solomon. Think about that. All his sons were wicked, except for one. Own children wanted to kill him. Why? Because he righteous and they weren't. I don't know why y'all think it's a continual battle from the foundation of the world between light and darkness, good and evil, righteousness and unrighteousness. They don't meet together. Right now you see ain't no darkness in this house nowhere. If this house were pitch black and you cut that light on, boy, all the darkness flee. That's why he told you, go on and get John 3:19 school. Because the wicked like roaches, you know that, right? They parlay in that dark, cut that light on, you know what them roaches do. They run. You got a few brave roaches, but when that light of Yahuwah come, they ain't gonna be that brave. Them niggas be like this here, oh no! Let the rocks fall on us that we may hide from him that sit on the throne. Ain't no hiding, nigga. 3:19, huh?
He said they gonna use that same voice.
Now they might use that same voice, so they do like this. You got to know how wicked people gonna be, man. That man gonna be dropping plagues on people. They still won't repent. They gonna be cursing them. Play with it. And everybody love God though. And this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. For everyone that do evil hate the light, neither come to the light lest his deeds should be reproved. That's why people don't come to the light, because they don't want to be corrected. That's why he say everything that's done to the dark gonna come to the light, because eventually you gonna get corrected. See, niggas like to keep their sins in the dark and undercover and this, that, there, and the third, because I don't want nobody to know. When some of you niggas were living foul, some of y'all didn't want y'all people to know you were smoking weed. You hid it. Put Visine in your eyes when you came in the house. Put all that cologne trying to cover it up. Yeah, that's all. Just like you told us the other day, you got caught with a black and mild rap in your home. Look how you caught her. You smoking blacks when nobody know. Your homegirl lead a rap in the car. Pop find it. He exposed you either way. Look here, I was selling crack. Left my crack up on my dresser. Mom Duke walk in the room, find the rocks. Then I had a nerve to ask me if I was smoking. No, I'm not smoking. I'm smoking. Smoke crack, don't you? You know what I'm saying? I had a quarter pound of weed in the closet. Mom Duke walked in there and found it. I told her that. No, I was selling it, but I told her I was smoking. So you're smoking rocks, though. Shoot. No, it's smoking the rocks. That's a whole other level right there. That's a level you don't want to touch right there. That's why. No, I don't want that high. I don't want that high. There ain't no high no sin on that one. You niggas walk around like this. One thing about it, you gonna tell me niggas smoking rocks.
But no, you said you ain't gonna know if niggas smoking crack.
Who?
You said
if you know what to look for, you know.
You said a nursing lady or somebody.
Oh yeah, I said you wouldn't know by looking at her.
Oh.
She looked like a regular, cause you have in your mind what a base will look like. You thinking they teeth all messed up, and they dirty, and they stink. Like you think they look like Ezel and stuff like that. No, ain't how no baser look. Shoot, boy, you'd have probably sat down and ate with some basers, ain't even know it. You'd have probably went to a doctor and a dentist and got your teeth fixed by a baser and didn't even know it. You don't know it. One thing about a baser, like I said, my homeboy was on that coat. I come in the house, he cooking up. I said, man, let me get my work, man, so I can go. They out there breaking the rules. I'm like, what's wrong with them? They're breaking the rules, they snitching. I said, give me the 9, I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna shoot whoever out there. Cause this nigga's out the window like this here. He wasn't smoking no rocks, he was snorting them. And they say, how you gonna know the coke good if you don't snort it? Shoot, I'm gonna bring a nigga with me and let him snort it. I'm not finna snort it. I don't use cocaine. But niggas do that when they caught work to see if the coke good.
Yeah, they usually put on their gums.
Man, that can fool you. Nigga put that acetone on you and numb you. You know what I'm saying? You get a basin, you bring a basin with you. Try that. Take a puff, nigga. Nigga, I don't snort. Yeah, I'm telling you, they gonna oh, that's you don't want none of that, baby. You don't no. They take that hit, they be like this here. And they smoke rocks, they be like this here.
No motivation expressions.
That's how they be looking, man. This is the classic move. Have you ever seen Mike Epps? That's how you know Mike Epps was in the street. That nigga had that thing, that nigga say that nigga brought that rock in his hand. You gonna be out here all night? I know he was out there, cause that's what they do. You drop that rock in their hand, they do it like this here. They try to see how heavy it is. They say that thing heavy, shoot, you gonna be out here all night? Nigga told me that before. That's how I know that nigga been out here. That didn't happen to me. You drop that water whip in their hand, they be like this here. Give me another. They gonna give me another. I can't get high off this. Shoot, best way gonna get to Proverbs 24, man. I gotta stop in a minute. It's 5. I really want to focus on verse 30 and 31. I might have to paraphrase most of it. Yeah, it ain't come out right. Oh, you laughing at the thing? You laughing at it? Look, mine. Well, that's Christian. Thought that was little Mike. I ain't seen him all day. I just seen the shorts. I just seen the little boy. He said he went by the field of the slothful and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding. I want y'all to sit back, son. When you look at slothful, that word is simply for man. That's simply a man. Who hit you? 24 and 30. When you look at the word of understanding in this verse, it's your lev, it's your heart in that verse. So he said a man void of having a heart. This actually takes you back to that proverb, Matthew 13, about when the seed by the wayside. When that seed is sown in that place, the adversary come and snatch away what was sown in his heart, because he didn't have anything in his heart to begin with. I ain't gonna call the man's name, but if you think hard about it, it was somebody who was round, who just got on the word, and then he got off the word immediately and rejected it, because that what was already in his heart. He already didn't believe it. So when we were hitting him with the information, all the adversary did was take away what was already there. He didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? That's no disrespect. That's just reality. You know what I'm saying? Everybody falls in those 4 categories. So sometimes when we run stuff down with, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You are watching people fulfill the book before your eyes. And I've told y'all this before too. So don't still think this is a new thing that I'm saying. I told y'all this before. So when you're watching people fulfill the book and before your eyes, it should let you know that Yah is real. And if you know Yah is real, then you need to start living like He real then. See, I'm going to tell you what made me believe He was real. When my homeboy read that Deuteronomy 28:68, I said, I know that happened. I'm going to hell. Straight up. That's the first thing clicked in my brain. Not we the people, we the Israelites. I said, I'm going to hell. Because I know that happened. This whole book is true. That's the first thing clicked in my mind. I didn't hear nothing about a Mashiach. I ain't hear no laws. I ain't hear no statutes. I ain't hear no commandments. I know that happened. This whole book too, I'm going to hell. Because if he did that, what he gonna do to me for sinning? That's what went through my mind. Real rap. That's what went through my mind. I'm going to hell. I gotta change my life. I'm going to hell. That happened. They've been teaching me that since I was 5 years old. A nigga can't tell me that ain't happened. So you mean to tell me this book ain't true? So you mean to tell me, looking at that, all you got amped up on, we the people of the book and not you going to hell, that was a punishment for sin? That precept is a punishment for sin. So what he gonna punish you for your sin? But you know what we do? We the people. You need to get your culture on, Al. You need to learn some Hebrew. Put you some garments on. Better put some clean garments on, you idiotic fool. You going to hell. That's what went through my mind. I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. I ain't followed this man. I ain't believed this man. I done blasphemed this man. This is what's going through my mind. I'm just stating what I'm saying outwardly about somebody else. This is what I said to myself first. Straight up. You's a dummy. You know how many years a nigga walk around here blaspheming this man? In word and in deed? And then you think I'm gonna know this and keep on doing it? How many niggas you know that got hit with the word still living south? I know plenty. I'll tell you right now, cause I done said this numerous times, pretty much 100% of people that slid off, except for one, and that's Lacey. That slid off to go do what they wanted to do. Lacey, the only one. Lacey told me directly, he said, I feel like, bro, y'all sending me to go preach and start a ministry. I said, if you feel like that's what y'all sending you to do, bro, go do what you feel like you got to do. I ain't gonna never tell nobody y'all ain't told you to start no ministry. Let y'all prove it out if he sent you to do it. I ain't gonna tell you he ain't sent you to do it. I may know he ain't sent you to do it based on your behavior, but shoot, let y'all be true and every man be a liar. Let y'all prove that out. I ain't tell Lacey don't go preach. You know what I'm saying? You say that's what he sent you to do? Shoot, I ain't know you that long. You know what I'm talking about? Shoot, but shoot, I ain't gonna run niggas' names down. It's a lot of people slid off, and y'all know them. Them niggas do what they want to do. You ain't gotta pull them. Niggas know. It's definitely not everybody that's sitting in here that was sitting with us 2 years ago. It's a whole gang of people that was sitting around here 2 years ago, boy. They all doing what they want to do. Some of them that some of y'all ain't never even met. You ain't even know who we talking about. Niggas all doing all type of stuff. I done heard niggas slide off who was in the world. I didn't know him personally. Niggas slide off, nigga homosexual. Wow. Nigga, straight up. No, he wasn't around me, not nobody that I know. Like a brother told me, a brother that he started with the word with, nigga turned from the word and nigga homosexual.
Ain't it no guy?
I'm saying, that's not nobody I know personally, so I can't attest to that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he told me. He said the nigga up on. No, I don't know the individual he was referring to. That term. I knew the nigga who said it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know the nigga who he was talking to. Yeah, I was supposed to say, I can't say if the nigga turned homo or not. But that's what he told me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, nigga went like that. He went like that. I know people. I don't know. I can think about 4 people who slid off because they were married before, and a nigga showed them that they can't get married again, and they slid off because of that. And they tried to find a reason to slide off. Because I'm like, bro, I can't stamp that. I can't tell you can do something the book say you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And it happened. I'm talking about, I know about 3 off the top of my head right now they did that. One nigga said, but I married her, she was a lesbian when I was in the army. I didn't have sex with her. I say, shoot, that's on you, cuz. Should have tasted some of that sweet nectar, boy. But you starved. You starved. You married. Yeah, he married a woman when he was in the army for money. So then, you know what I'm saying, scamming. So then he come a year later, he was like, can I get married again? And I'm like, shoot, man, I don't know, let me see. It's just in my spirit, he like, no, can't do it. He married. I said, nah, bro, I can't stand that. Book say you married, bro, I can't do that. Nigga slid off. He wanted to have sex and have a kid and all that. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that, though. That's your soul. I can't make nobody do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I can't tell you what to do. All I can do is show you what the words say. You can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you better get up.
And that's just the honest truth. I can't make Stanley not lie. I don't know how to be responsible for what Stanley do. I don't know how to be responsible for what Darius do. I don't know how to be responsible for what Johnny and Zach or Dog or D do. I don't know how to be responsible for what they do. I know how to be responsible for what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all my job is to tell you what the word say, and if you sin it, that you ought to go to hell for it. Once I done warned you, that blood off my hands. Because that's what I'm sent to do, is to warn you. If I don't warn you, I ought to go to hell. You know what I'm saying? If I don't tell you the sword coming, I ought to go to hell for not warning you. But if I warned you, my hand's clean. I'm good. That don't mean I'm supposed to warn a random nigga I see walking in the street. You better take our dress off, nigga. That ain't my job to warn you. He ain't inside the coast of Yasharal. Ain't my job to warn him. He outside the house. What do I warn him for? Did he warn the Kenites? Did he warn the Jebusites? Did he warn them? He ain't warn them. I ain't warn him either. He'll be alright. If he come inside the house with that dress on, I'ma warn him. It's war coming for you. Better get right. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? And when you warn the people, they hate you for it. Who wants to be told that they're not as good as they think they are? Who wants to be told that their face is dirty when they think it's clean? Who wants to be told they unrighteous when they not? Who wants to be told that? Only the humble. Only the humble. Only the humble. And the only people want to be told that. They beg you to tell him. He say smite a man, wise man, and he'll love thee. That's what he tell you. He say correct a wise man. He say he'll love you. You know why he'll love you? Because he know you love him. You love me enough to tell me, man, you finna kill yourself, cuz. Don't you know Darius finna go rob a bank? I'm gonna tell him, Darius, don't rob that bank, baby. What you doing, baby? Oh no. What you doing? You all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But he know I love him enough to tell him what's right. You know what I'm saying? Boo, when you was in that situation with your baby mama, I ain't tell you what you wanted to hear. I told you what you needed to hear. I ain't tell you what you want to hear. If a nigga come to me telling me I want to get married, I tell you, I don't think you should do that. My sister tell you that. I ain't got no problem with Dwight. It didn't say that I ain't want her to marry him. I just say what you getting married right now for. It's not time. Why don't you just wait? Did I not do that? But did I do it though? I didn't say never get married. Did I say never get married? I just said wait. That's it. Nigga take wait as you saying you don't want him to do it. I didn't say that. I just say, well, dang, nigga, you just had a baby out of wedlock. What you running for? Maybe y'all need to sit down and chill out a little bit, get some maturation process going on. Come revisit this matter a little later. You know what I'm saying? Lil' mama didn't like it. She was upset. I don't care. Tell you what's right. You know what I'm saying? That's a major life decision. You know what we do with a lot of stuff? I tell you niggas investigate how you gonna buy a car and a washing machine more than who you gonna marry. Nigga investigate that car hard. You got a V8, you got air brakes. You know what I'm saying? How many miles you got on it? You don't ask that woman how many miles she got on her. She don't ask you how many miles you got on you. You don't even care. You don't find out what his mind frame is. You don't find out what his beliefs are. You don't find out what his values are, and vice versa. Like you gotta live with this person for the rest of your life. We don't, just the same token. To flip it to the word, you don't investigate what woman you gonna marry or what man you gonna marry when you pick what school of thought you gonna serve. Niggas just become Muslims and Moorish Science Temple. They don't investigate it. I'm a comedic scientist. Why you a comedic scientist? That's what my friend's doing. So that's who you gonna marry? You gonna marry Osiris, huh? You gonna marry Horus? Horus like boys. All set like boys. That's why he say he all set. Offset. Heru like boo-boo. You gonna go marry Allah? Allah's a woman. That ain't no man. You struck me. You know what I'm saying? You wanna around here follow Shiva, the destroyer? Niggas around here talking about Hebrew niggas kill me when they be posting about chakras. You niggas stupid niggas sitting around with your legs and arms folded, arming all over the place. Nigga, you calling on Buddha, nigga. Nigga, if you know about Masons, you know that's the name of their god, Jah Bel Om. They sit into my Om. You calling on a false god. You don't even know it. Nigga, y'all seen Tina Turner sit into Om.
Somebody in there.
Calling on a false god. You ain't know Om was a god. Yeah, that's the name of their god, Jah Bel Om. Huh? That's Jah Bel Om, man. You gotta get your Jah Bel Om. Get your Jah Bel Om.
And Allah, that's the female moon god.
Yeah, that's a moon goddess. No, let me read this verse 31. And it say, and lo, it was grown over with thorns and nettles, and I have covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well, and I looked upon it and received instruction. Because I don't went too long. When he say grown over, that is to ascend, to climb, to meet, or to literally go over. But I want you to see what this word is for thorns, because it's a little different.
Hey,
That word for thorn is chemashon. You know what that is? It's a thistle or a nestle or a useless plant. Now to answer your question, what you asked, or what it means to be reprobate, what does Belial mean? Worthless. And what does it mean to be reprobate? Worthless. So when he see in this garden, in this vineyard of this man who's void of understanding, he sees useless plants. And then he also sees nettles. They're a kind of weed. Perhaps a chickpea. And it says it covered the face thereof. So what do you think this means if you're going through a vineyard and you see useless plants? Because I'm going to have to revisit this and go into greater detail. Just for the synopsis to make it quick so we can cut this on off so y'all can eat. And Romans 1:28, he said, because you don't like to retain Elohim in your knowledge, he give you over to a reprobate mind to do those things that are not convenient. And he said, when you see people who are liars and thieves and fornicators and adulterers and covenant breakers and malicious and spiteful and backbiters and hypocrites, and you take pleasure in them, knowing the judgment of Elohim, he said you ought to die with them, along with being without understanding. Because he said if you without understanding, you worthy of death. So when he turned around, he said he looked at, and this goes also, because we're going to link this back to more than Matthew 13. When he told you that the Son of Man sowed the seed, and the devil sowed the seed, and that's the wheat and the tares, because what is a tare? It's a useless plant. That goes to what we just read in 2 Timothy chapter 2, that you got to purge yourself to be a vessel used under honor, because if you're a vessel under dishonor, you're a useless vessel. If you don't obey the word and walk in the word to Yahuwah, you are useless. He has no purpose, rhyme, or reason for you. And what did he say he going to do with them tares? Burn them. Gather them up and burn them. But remember now, he said he saw that and he received instruction. So when he walked past this vineyard, these people void of understanding, they ain't got no word in their heart, and he seen all these useless plants, knowing that thorns and briars will be the rejected, now under cursing, who ended to be burned, he understood something. I need to obey the word. So when you sit back and you see sinners, you see transgressors, you see all these useless plants, you're supposed to receive instruction from them, because you're supposed to consider what the end gonna be, like Psalms say. But nevertheless, we pick it up on the next day. Praise Yah for the word.